It all happened a long time ago. Well, not too long ago, but when you get the idea. Anyway, there was a man who lived on the farm, just down the deserted field. He had a wife who gave birth to twins, but something went terribly wrong. Due to a rare mutation in the embryo, the infants were conjoined, and they were fused together. They thought of this freaks when it came into the world, so the farmer, who only wanted to protect them, decided to hide them away. As it grew over time, it became apparent that one twin named Victor was good, while the other one named Hugo was evil. Victor only wanted was for the best for the family. He was a kind-hearted boy who never thought of anyone. On the other hand, Hugo was a mean-spirited and rebellious boy. He wanted to get back at their father for locking them away. He wanted revenge. All that changed when one of the twins fell ill with a severe case of influenza. Because they were never given the right medication, the illness quickly took over the bodies because they showed that they shared the same immune system. Soon both of them passed, not wanting to reveal the ugly truth of the family. Both the farmer and his wife decided it was best to separate the bodies through an operation led by his wife. The reason being was because she had a doctor's degree and was an operator for an old hospital before it got shut down due to financial struggles. Anyway, once it was done, they only buried Victor, the good twin, and the old town cemetery, while Hugo, the evil twin, they buried right in the field at the end of the old dirt road known as Crybaby Lane. Now the legend has it whenever someone went walking down the road during night, they could hear the sound of a kid crying. Could it be because he was hurt? Could it be because he was lost? Heavens no. You can only hear the sound of Hugo crying as his way for calling for evil vengeance from beyond this final resting place. The scene then changed to Styx and Badger, holding a flashlight and telling the friends the legend in the woods. They were telling scary stories during a campout on the first day of October. Styx was telling a story about the legend of Crybaby Lane to their friends, who were sitting on two logs. Sonic, Tails, and Shadow were sitting on the first log, while Lavinia and Katarina were sitting on the second one. The evil spirit of Hugo is gonna get you if you don't watch your step, Styx declared, as then laughed evilly. Katarina was surprised that the little tale like this could never be told by anyone. Whoa, she said. That really happened? You bet, Katarina, Styx replied. These stories don't lie. Sonic, Tails, and Shadow, with their twin sister Lavinia, were skeptical of the story. I don't know about believing it. If I were you, Catty, Sonic said doubtfully manner. Besides, there is no such thing as a place called Crybaby Lane. Shadow joined in. Yeah, it could be just a made-up story. At least you got one thing right, Styx, Tails explained. Conjoined twins are very rare, but they can happen at any time. Never doubt a good legend, my friends, Styx said. The ghost of Hugo could haunt anyone. It could even happen to you. She pointed at Tails. And you, Styx said, pointing at Sonic. And you, Styx said, pointing at Shadow, who was folding his arms, and rolled his eyes in boredom. He turned to the cat twins and said, Even the both of you. Katarina and Lavinia gasped while Katarina said, Whoa. When you come across Hugo's ghost, he could summon a glowing worms from the ground, slithering snakes from the trees and logs, even rafts from the sewers. The Badger added, This could cause Lavinia to feel her heart went up in her mouth. She had just become frightened on the inside. Sonic and Tails hugged each other closely while Lavinia and Katarina were huddled close. So it would be best if you avoid any lonely graves of an evil twin, Styx casually said. Shadow scoffed and said, That's just a bunch of baloney. A ghost wouldn't really do that. Hearing this, Styx thought of something really good second or two before she said, Oh, did I mention that it could ever summon them into tarantulas from the bushes? Shadow screamed at the top of his lungs and joined Sonic and Tails in the hug. Shaking in fear, Styx let out a yawn and said, Well, time for me to get some shut-eye. Sleep tight, you guys. She walked into the burrow where she nearly slept, and her friends were camping and they called it a night. Sonic, Tails, Shadow, Lavinia, and Katarina were left alone to converse with each other. Like, whoa, Katarina said. If there was something called Crybaby Lane, I would definitely go there. After giving it much thought, Shadow said, Now that you mention it, Katarina, I'm with you. I would go there and give that Hugo guy a piece of my mind, if you know what I mean. Lavinia was reluctant up to all this and tried to talk them down and out of it. I don't know if that's a good idea, you guys, she said. Besides, what if that legend was true? What if there was a mix-up between the twins, meaning they were placed in the wrong locations? Relax, big sis, Katerina said. We can't make assumptions just yet. Yet? Tails asked. Wait a minute, Sonic said. Katerina, are you saying that we should test the legend out? Katerina finished momentarily, interrupting her brother's thoughts. You bet. Getting up from the log and then turning to the ultimate life form and said, Hey Shadow, you in? I'm so in, Shadow said, standing up to join Katerina. What? Tails asked. Katerina, Lavinia declared. Sonic got up from the log in an attempt to stop the both of them, but from getting anywhere. Okay, hold up, time out, he demanded. No one is going anywhere, especially if there's a place out there called Sheer Mockery. Tell them, Sonic, Lavinia said. We are not going there, Sonic, Katerina said, correcting him. We're actually going to go to the cemetery where Victor was placed and have a chat with him. That's not how it works sometimes, Katerina, Tails explained. Some things can go wrong when it comes to talking to spirits. It's like talking to strangers. You can't tell if they're good or bad. Besides, I've seen this in horror movies before, Sonic said, pointing out. If we were to hold the sentences of cemetery, we may probably become the haunted wicked spirits. See, little sis, Lavinia said, we should just forget about it and go to bed. If you guys want to stay behind, that's fine, Shadow said, but me and Katerina are still going. That's if, including you, Lavinia, are too chicken, Katerina replied and proceeded to act like a chicken. This made Lavinia so angry that she nearly unleashed her rage form. Sonic saw this and attempted to calm her down a bit by placing his hand on her shoulder. The cat sees her brother sickening by her and snapping out of her of the near of rage. Lavinia, relax, Sonic said. He then turned to Katerina and said, And Katerina, no chicken clucking at your sister. Thanks, Sonic, Lavinia said. Besides, only I can do that, Sonic added, leaving Lavinia to blush in embarrassment. Fine, Katerina impaled. Then she headed to come up with a plan, something convincing enough to make the blue hedgehog change his mind. You know, she said, I hear Victor loved chili dogs. He did? Sonic asked. Tails and Lavinia shook their heads no, trying to convince him that the calm was just a claim was a false. Well, yeah, Katerina answered. He loved it so much that he wished he could have it through his lifetime. The blue hedgehog turned around and looked at the yellow fox and then back at the black cat in green, who were silently telling them not to give in. He turned back and looked at the black hedgehog and the black cat in crimson red and crossed his arms. I would say, Sonic speaked, before silence rolled in. I'm in, he said. Willingly, he both left Tails and Lavinia shocked and angered. Tails, where is the cemetery Victor is located at? Sonic asked reluctantly. Tails took out his Miles electric device and put it out on display in the directions. The cemetery is about 5 miles from the Mystic Ruins, he explained. So we're not that far. Great, Sonic said. Come on, you guys. He ran at supersonic speed, leaving some dust behind him. Hey, that's cheating, Blue, Shadow called as he began to skate after him. Katerina returned to Tails and Lavinia, who were already annoyed with her. See, guys? Chili dogs work every time, she said, smirking. I sweat that you owe us big time for this, Tails grumbled, as he flew the other 2 hedgehogs to catch up with them. This left with the cat twins home alone. Well, alright, Katerina, Lavinia sighed. You won this time. Great, Katerina answered. Now let's go. Right when she said that and started to walk, Lavinia grabbed Katerina by the arm. But listen up, she warned. If anything were to happen to our friends, I'm holding you personally responsible. Got it? Lavinia wanted only nothing but for the best for her younger sister twin, since she was more cautious than ever. Okay, Katerina said. I got it. Good, Lavinia said, still loosening her grip. Now don't forget what I said. Okay, I won't, Katerina said, reassuring her older twin that she got the message. Hey, sisters, a voice called. It was Sonic who ran back to the twins. What are you waiting for? Come on. He grabbed a hold of each of his sisters. His hands ran faster than the speed of light, with the both of the girls holding on. They were on their way to visit the grave of their good twin, but little did they know, something could possibly go wrong for them and for the rest of their friends.